Okay, today we are playing a game on Paris. We are playing Lucio the entire way through, and there is no SR for today's game because it was a quick play game. And we are also on the console today, so consider yourself forewarned too. And because it's a quick play game, we don't care what the team comp is. Let's just get on with it. Let's just get on with it. So we've only got to defend Paris. First time we've seen Paris. I still haven't played on Paris, but it's a 2CP map, so I don't particularly look forward to doing so, to be honest with you. We are mad far up and deserve to die for what we did right there, honestly. But we're escaping over the rooftops right now, so hey, don't get punished, don't have to learn. Did just hear someone get hooked, though. So, we got this little, like, death pit right here, but they cunningly subvert that by just walking through the store on the right-hand side instead. Now, their team is actually 6 tanks, so they've got a very unusual composition going. Reinhardt's charged in much, much too deep, and he's gonna die as a result of that, as he should. He doesn't learn at any point. He's gonna keep doing that a few times. Doesn't get punished every time, though, so, you know. So we don't need to be in the healing aura right now, because we're not actually healing anybody. We were gonna try and heal him, but he's fucking dead. So we might as well just change back to the speed boost to get away quickly. Because we want to be in the speed aura as much as is physically possible as Lucio. So, what a mess, what a mess. We managed to boop Roadhog pretty far away with the Rudy Tooty Whiz-Bang Shooty. But our Roadhog's all the fuck way over there right now. He's on his own. Marissa put her bongo down right in the middle. Oh! We did it. We did it. We did it. Arissa put her bongo down right in the middle of the team fight for it to immediately get broken. We decided to use sound barrier. I'm not that down with using sound barrier anymore because half their team is actually dead right now. As we look at the kill feed, we see Arissa's dead, Reinhardt's dead, obviously, and now Roadhog's dead as well. And we killed Winston, but that was right as we pushed the button. But half their team was still dead, so honestly I don't really want to use sound barrier anymore at that point, to be honest with you, because things were looking pretty good overall. Zarya just used her ultimate, but it caught nobody, and her whole team's dead right now, so it accomplished pretty much nothing. But they did waste some resources, so that's good for us. So here they come again, back into the meat grinder, gonna just throw themselves at us again. I don't really want to hang out, like, in this pit right here, because they've got this, collection of very tanky boys, and, I just kind of don't want to be in, like, the little death pit right there. So we got Earth Shattered. Reaper started spinning behind them, so hey, at least he didn't, ult Reaper, right, and cancel his ultimate. Oh, nah, he got us that time. He got us that time. He's still in way too fucking deep, so he's gonna get bullied to death now. And hey, look at that. We're gonna get res, so it's like nothing ever happened. Winston's looking for some big plays right now, but wait for it. A bit of a temporal distortion, so looks like Reaper only managed... Winston managed to only kill Reaper. Didn't manage to push the whole team off the back of the objective, which is, you know, was his goal right there. Rissa's used her ultimate again. The enemy team is starting to regroup at this point, so it's not like the end of the world, you know, but... So we come up and we try and, like, boop the Reinhardt into the team. Honestly, Reinhardt doesn't need our help to go into the enemy team right now. He'll find his own way in there. Is there Roadhog alive right now? He is, but he just used his hook. Okay, so it is safe to do this. Did he? Or did he hook right there? Because I just heard the hook again. Now, that was the hook. No, that was the hook. There's 2 Roadhogs in this game, so I, like, heard the hook twice. Which one was his? That was not his. That was his. Alright, so Roadhog had not used his hook when we jumped into them, which makes that maneuver very risky. Zarya used her ultimate, so we used sound barrier, as you do in that situation. Jumping into them was very risky, though, because Roadhog had not yet used his hook, and if he hooks us right there, we're in the middle of 6 burly men, and they just clap us to death. So Mercy died during that team fight, so we're going back to try and taxi her out right now, because this is a 2CP map, so it's, of course, an extremely long walk back if you don't have any movement abilities. What was it on that table? It was like, Hanamura, I think, had the longest walk back. But then, Paris beat it by, like, 1 second being 1 second longer. So it was, like, ever so slightly longer. But, hey, it's a 2CP map. It's still a fucking eternity, right? So, Reinhardt, not Roadhog. If Roadhog had Earth Shatter, that'd be very scary. Reinhardt just used Earth Shatter. We didn't get hit. We know Orisa doesn't look like she got hit because she's casting abilities right now. But we don't know if anybody got hit behind us. So we should still turn around to look. And spoiler warning, someone is getting hit behind us. Mercy's being murdered by Hammond right now. So, she would have really liked our help right there. Because we booped this guy here. We boop that boy right there. Okay, great. But Hammond is literally standing over Mercy's body right now, just shooting straight into her head. So, we should turn around and have a gander, see what's happening behind us, because you never know who might be in need of assistance. See, look, right there. She's just getting murdered right behind us. So we could have helped try and keep Mercy alive. I think we still probably lose that fight regardless, based off of how it went, but keeping Mercy alive, I'm trying to keep Mercy alive, definitely can't hurt our odds, can it? So now it's time to defend the Disney Castle. Roadhog's dead, don't bother. That boy's dead as fuck. He should not be this far out by himself. So we should also not be this far up by ourselves, but we are. We are, though. Oh. Oh, I just heard Roadhog miss his hook. We should not be doing any of what we're doing. Like, this has been absolute foolishness this entire time. I'm glad we died. I'm glad we died, because we deserved to die for that one. We just should not have been that far up. Way too far up. I fucking saw Junkrat with a tail, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I still haven't seen that skin in-game myself. Probably because it's a kind of ugly skin, to be honest with you. I just seen a tail on someone, and I was like, what the heck? Is Reaper using the Lu Bu skin? Oh, he's using the Lu Bu skin. I hate that they gave the Lu Bu skin to fucking Reaper instead of Hanzo, who deserves it so much more than Reaper. We shouldn't have done what we just did right there. That was mad greedy, and we deserve to get punished for it. But they're kind of bad, and have a really bad team comp as well, so, you know, we get away with a lot of shit. Pretty much, but we should have died for what we did. So, it was, God, what an absolute nightmare of a game. Just one nonsense team fight after nonsense team fight all the time. And isn't that just Overwatch, though, to be honest with you? What you'd expect with quick play, also. So we've almost got our ultimate built up. That's cool. They don't exactly have many ultimates for us to use it against, to be honest. We've pretty much got Reinhardt and Zarya, and that's kind of it in terms of things we're looking to cancel with our ultimate. Yeah, they're really bad. They're really, really bad at this video game. You might have figured that out when they decided to run 6 tanks. Hey, if you want to run 6 tanks with no healers, you do you, but I feel like that's just gonna end in some sadness, to be honest. So, well, there's a team fight happening over there now. Alright, Roadhog's dead. Yep, he's gone off the edge. Their Roadhog's also dead, though, so I guess it evens out, right? Just trade 1 for 1. We've got the spawn advantage, so it's fine. Were we speed boosting to this man? I went back way too far. Way too far. Yeah, we changed to the healing ore before we actually reached the guy. And I mean, this guy 100% died regardless, but we changed the healing ore now. We are not in healing range of this guy, so we should have still been in speed boost until we got up to him and then changed the healing aura. Sometimes you gotta get there, you know, you just gotta get there, and that, like, half a second extra you could have spent in speed boost was the thing that mattered. There, it didn't matter. That guy died regardless, but you know. Increase the odds still. So we used sound barrier. The fight wasn't exactly going super well right there, so, you know, fair enough. And they've got no sustain at all, so pretty much we can just use sound barrier, like, at the start of the fight to make sure they don't kill anybody at the start of the fight, and we will just outlast them, because they have absolutely no sustain outside of, like, Roadhogs, take a breath. We shouldn't be fighting that lady. She's glowing like Chernobyl right now. So we should not be in the same area code as this lady right here. She is revved up and ready to go, and she went on us right there. What was I saying? I was saying something before that. Nah, it couldn't have been that important, I guess, could it? It'll come to me. It probably won't, actually. Oh, yeah, they've got no sustain. So as long as we just, like, guarantee nobody dies at the start of the fight, it'll all be good. It'll all be good. Because all they've got is Roadhogs take a breather, and like, D.Va calling a new mech, right? Like, that's it. That's it as far as sustain goes for them. So, there Orisa just put her bongo down in one of the worst places in human history, to be honest with you. Like, she might as well have just put it up on a fucking podium in front of the team. Just, like, right there, perfectly in the middle of the doorway. She put her shield down, but I mean, we got a fucking Junkrat. That shit ain't gonna last long. So, just gone. Bongo's dead. Bongo machine broke. Very sad. Bad, sad cry, frown. Upset. So, it's going pretty well right now. They're having a lot of trouble getting into this objective right now. But I mean, running through the hallway in Disney Castle is kind of scary to do, and hey, they didn't really have many other ideas, did they? That's such a good Orisa skin, though. Like, I fucking love that Orisa skin. It's so good. It's so good. Fuck Reaper, though, getting the Lubu skin. God damn. Who did they give Hanzo instead? The most boring man in all of the Three Kingdoms. Lubu's a master archer. It's very upsetting to me. They also could have given Orisa a red hair skin, and that would have been pretty dope as well, but that one's probably a little bit too much to ask for right there. But, come on, why does everyone always fuck up Lubu? It's because of Dynasty Warriors, I fucking know it. I know. They look at Dynasty Warriors and oh, do not pursue Lubu. Lubu, this master berserker with the lance. My man could shoot you with an arrow if he was on the moon. Like, my man knew how to use a bow. No, 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 no. Berserker. We got a Berserker class? He gets to be Lubu. I'm not angry, you're angry. I don't know why you're so invested in the Three Kingdoms. Honestly, who gives a shit about that, right? No one's read the Three Kingdoms. Fuck off, right? Very, very weird. Anyway, that was all great. Wonderful news. We won. So I need to bring this over here to consult the email really quick. Because there was a question, and it is, what DPS heroes do you feel are good specifically on Nepal and Rialto? So, DPS heroes specifically. So, Nepal is a King of the Hill map, so flankers are good on that map, just broadly speaking. Sanctum is really good for long-range DPS as well, because you can just stand on your side of the rim and shoot at the bad men, and they have to go pretty far to get to you. So I'm a fan of the long-range heroes on that map, and then flankers basically on the other ones, like pretty much any of the flankers. Pharah is also good on that map, basically all of them. Though Sanctum can be a little scary depending on what the enemy team runs, because if they decide to go the long-range hit-scan route, Pharah can struggle on Sanctum. But there's also lots of ways on that map for her to sneak up on the hit-scan DPS as well, so it kind of evens out. But yeah, so Sanctum, long-range DPS. Pharah, just blanketly good. Flankers, blanketly good. I would recommend, like, if we're talking long-range hit-scan DPS, I think McCree, I mean, McCree's not long-range, but you get the idea. If we're talking hit-scan DPS, I think McCree is the best one for Nepal in general, just because of the high likelihood of the enemy team having flankers, and McCree is good at dealing with flankers because of the hard crowd control and all that. Reaper's good also, but he, you know, you can count Reaper as a flanker at the same time, but Reaper's good. May can do some funky stuff on Sanctum, specifically. May can make it very inconvenient. She can kind of make King of the Hill maps inconvenient in general, but Sanctum, I think she's pretty good. So we got a few ones for Nepal, haven't we? Yeah, so pretty much all of them. Like, I think there are a lot of good heroes for Nepal, is the moral of the story right there. But if we're talking, like, the best ones, it's gotta be, like, Tracer, Genji, Pharah, are, like, the top three, I think. But if we're talking Sanctum specifically, I think we replace one of the flankers with McCree instead. Or, you know, a hit scan of your choice. Opinion will probably vary on that one, but I personally like McCree for Nepal, for Sanctum. For Rialto, Rialto's kind of a crapshoot, you know, but I think Pharah's really good on Rialto. She can struggle a little bit on the second checkpoint, but think Farah is really good for Rialto. There's a lot of cool stuff she can do with the geometry to sneak up on people, and there's a lot of cover for her to use in the air, which is a big thing as well. Enemy team tends to be pretty, like, boxed up, so splash weapons are good. Similarly, Junkrat's also good. At least for the very first checkpoint. I think later on, for the first checkpoint and third checkpoint, Junkrat's pretty good because, you're all bunched up in the alleyway at the start, and then at the end in the museum, you're bunched up again. So Junkrat's good for that. You know, both teams tend to be quite knit together on those maps, which Junkrat's good at punishing. Flankers are again good on Rialto. There's a lot of options for the flankers. Basically, if your map has, like, a lot of, like, side routes you can take, then a flanker will pretty much be good on that map. Similarly for Farah, though Farah also has to think about, like, can she use cover in the air at the same time? So flankers are really good. Long range hit scan DPS are very good, so Ashe, Widowmaker, Hanzo also, because he's got the Dragon Strike for the confined locations, and he's also, you know, hey, just spam into that area, it'll hit somebody when they're coming through the alleyway. So long range hit scan DPS, Ashe, Soldier, Widowmaker, Hanzo. I know Hanzo's not hit scan, but we're grouping him with the others all the same. They're really good. It was just DPS heroes. Yeah, so top 3 for Rialto is probably, I think Farah is probably the best, most consistently. Then I think I'd go Ashe, and then I'd go Genji. Yeah, I might go Tracer. One of those two. They're both pretty similar. I just generally like Genji a little more than Tracer, just because Genji's a more consistent hero than Tracer is. Mostly just because Genji isn't as heavy on the execution as Tracer is. Opinion will vary on that one as well, but I find Genji to be much more consistent than Tracer, just because Dragon Blade is so easy to execute, pretty much, and is like, kind of, if you use it properly, it's like, I win the team fight kind of thing, right? So, yeah, there you go. There's your top 3 DPS for Nepal and Rialto. I'm trying to think about Nepal really quick. Would I change it for Shrine or Village at all? May's really good on Village, actually. I might change, for Village, I might replace, like, Farah with May, to be honest with you, because May is really good at Village. Lots of places to wall people off, you know, and then the objective is just a giant empty square, which is very scary for Blizzard. Yeah, there you go. There's your lot for those 2 maps. So, thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you felt I answered your question from the email inadequately, please let me know, and I will try to expand further. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. If for some reason you enjoyed the video and managed to make it all this way through, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future, and I hope you found the video helpful.